And we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Mark Barron from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Palmer to throw, and that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Great job defensively. Stretched it out, got the tackle for loss. He had 2 TFLs last week, by the way.
Yeah, what you're describing right there is a player who can set the edge well. You always hear that, meaning he's not getting hooked by an offensive lineman or a tight end, not getting turned inside on the blocking, able to keep his outside arm free, string the play out so there's nowhere for the back to turn up. Then he gets to him and makes the play.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And the back goes into motion. On 3rd down, Osweiler. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Play action. Now Palmer. And Nelson's got it here right side. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake him.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dominique Easley in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Second down, Palmer. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And the wideout in motion. Play action. It's Palmer. He's got his man on the crossing route. 14 yards that time for number 14. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Underneath for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go play action now. Palmer. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now it's Palmer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Troy Nicholas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll bring it tight end in motion left. Gurley again here on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Back it up, Philly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. He's got Watkins on the out route. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, Osweiler. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And this is complete. It's Marshall. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. He's got him in. Complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, well, really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald, gosh, 3rd overall pick back in 04.
Yeah, how about that? Remember, Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner, he's finally found a real home in Arizona.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dominic Easley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. There they go, play action with Palmer. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Dominic Easley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So 1:55 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. A first down carry here for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Palmer. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Frosty Rocker in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the D gets the sack on first, and now it brings up second down.
Here we go now.
Now it's Osweiler. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard near the 34-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second and 10. It's Osweiler again. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Following the fumble recovery, it's Palmer. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Palmer. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And some space here. Good move by Gurley. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 48 yards on the ground.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
8 yards to go here on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 37. Green, 39.
This is Procise on the carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Here we go. Back that up, Philly. Here we go.
4th down. Here's Osweiler. They got a man. It's Woods. 9 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Los Angeles 1st down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Palmer. He gets it to Brown. Complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Palmer gets him set. 3rd and long for the Cardinals after the sack. From the gun, Palmer. He's going to look deep down the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run.
Let's go! Green, 39! Leopard! Leopard! Let's go! Green!
To throw is Osweiler. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go! 319! 319! Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go! Green! Leopard! 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 All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Osweiler toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Osweiler. He's going to fire one deep over. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Palmer to Brown, and the Cardinals move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They go play action now. Palmer underneath for Johnson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Play action. It's Palmer. Caught right side. Gresham. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Palmer. This will be caught at about the 6. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They go play action now. Osweiler. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
Halfback sent in motion. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
All right, here we go. Gone! All right, man, look at 56.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. He's back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, they run with Gurley. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.